Well, welcome back, ball fans, to another downtrodden post-game report. I won't say it's too downtrodden, though. I mean, Hellfire, the number one team in the country, Bob. And, well, we had some issues even before the kickoff that didn't surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, man, Tim, when your starting left tackle and right tackle are both not playing, not starting, and then you have one of your safeties out, and your star, according to the participation report, didn't play. So, and then his replacement gets hurt on play number 1, and then we have a walk-on playing the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw some guys in defensive backfield, Bob, that we hadn't really seen out there much of the year. I mean, we saw Turrentine getting playing time, and some other things. We'll get to that later. But like I said, honestly, last week I said 31-24, and I thought, well, it could break Tennessee's way,
Yeah.
And then before the game, I saw that, first off, as soon as I saw both starting tackles were out, I thought, well, we can throw that out the thing. Let's just hope it don't turn into a rout at that point.
Right.
And, in fact, you said, and then the secondary, right off the bat, is shorthanded 2 guys and quickly a third. I can't say this was a surprise once I found out all those guys were out.
Yeah, and, I don't know if I should say anything or not, but Dane Davis goes out with an injury, and then Mincy comes in. Didn't seem to be all that bad. I mean, I'm thinking, the game's kind of out of hand anyway. Why is he in there? If he was good enough to play at that point, why wasn't he playing at the beginning of the game? Maybe I'm a little tough on people, but
I don't know how the injury situation was for him. I do know that they said they were out or would be only available on an emergency basis. Now, what does that mean? He's banked up too much, but if you had to have him, maybe it is. I don't know, but
I don't like it. If he's not good enough, if he's not well enough to play at any point in the game, why ain't he in there starting? If he's good enough to come in an emergency situation, then he's good enough to come in.
Well, I don't know in this situation right here, but overall, I'm going to say, if a guy's 70%, I better have somebody out there that can play in his place better than him.
Okay? That's the other part of it, yeah.
And maybe I do on play number 1. Well, when that guy goes out, maybe the next guy is only half as good as this guy is. So then all of a sudden, he is the guy playing.
Yeah, maybe.
I can understand having somebody banged up enough that you don't want to play him if you don't have to. So therefore, that's an emergency situation.
Yeah, that's a good point. I understand that.
But I don't know if that's the case or not in this situation. There's some talks, there's some rumblings going on about how
both guys seem to be playing, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. So we'll let.
I'm sure if there's anything to it, it'll percolate this week.
But what's the biggest stat for you, Tim?
Well, there's only one stat. If I look at all these other things, I can look at the rushing totals, the passing totals, penalties, you name it. There's only one stat that really tells the story of this game, Bob, to me, and that's third downs. Georgia made 9 of 13. Tennessee made 2 of 11.
Yeah.
Give me those numbers. Don't show me anything else, and I'm going to tell you that's a blowout.
That's true. I mean, honestly, I guess you got to keep this game in perspective. We're playing the best team in the country, okay? So they're a dang good team. Let's just not. I mean, Tennessee's got some stuff to.
Got things that we got to work on.
We got some stuff we want to work on, and it's including coaching.
I would agree with that.
I think we need to go take a hard look at ourselves in the off season. When we run the ball right up the middle for a touchdown, 75, 78 yards, what it was for a touchdown, first play, and then we abandon that. I mean, how do you, hey, we're going to run it outside. We're going to let Joe run. We're going to throw it on every third down and 3. I mean, I know you can't make a living on that, but if we're going to win this ball game, then we're going to have to be able to run the ball some.
Well, Wright did run 8 more times for a total of 15 yards. So it was like was it just luck the first time that we hit a seam and he just outran people? I mean, I don't know. The offensive line wasn't opening nothing up. And then Spraggins went out later in the game, but it was kind of late.
Yeah.
But I'm a little irritated. You know, like Dylan Sampson, who's played really well as the year went on. Got 2 carries the whole game. I mean, I know it's easy to abandon the run sometimes when you shouldn't. And I'm not saying the run game, other than that 75-yard touchdown, was extremely effective today. But I got to give Sampson more than 2 carries and 1 catch.
Well, them guys, Wright and Sampson, needs to be involved in your offense, one way or another. When you got wide receivers hurt, when you're way down the list on wide receivers, then you get your best playmakers the ball. And Wright and Sampson are
2 of the very best playmakers.
Yeah, they're elite playmakers. So they need touches. You need to try to manufacture passes, something to get them the ball, in my opinion. But our clock management wasn't the best either. I mean, we've had some issues through the year. We miss our old OC Golish more than I thought we would.
We do. And I know that this is Josh's offense, and he's probably calling a lot of plays. So I'm going to say, I don't think Josh has had the best year calling plays either.
I agree. I agree with that. There's been some head scratchers. But, you can pinpoint stuff like that. You can nitpick with any coach. There's going to be issues, but they get pointed out a lot more when you lose.
Yeah, it does. And, switching over to defense, I thought defensive line played better than they did against Missouri.
Yeah.
But, our pass defense, and Beck hit he nailed some really good throws on a couple of big plays.
Oh, he's very good.
Yeah. See why he was a 5-star coming out of high school. He's got ability.
Yeah.
But, golly, 9 of 13, and it was the middle of that field just open over and over and over again. And of course, part of that goes back to what you started out again when talking about when you got a starting safety out, starting nickel out, and then the guy that replaces one of those guys lasts all of one play, and then we're seeing Will Brooks play the majority of the game, giving it his all. But there's what reason, Will Wright and Will Brooks are walk-ons.
They went after him too. I mean, George, I
why wouldn't he? I mean, I
would have, yeah.
Yeah, it'd been a coaching malpractice if they hadn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see more of our freshmen. Ricky Jackson been playing a little bit lately, but didn't see him till real late in the game. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ricky Jackson. I don't know. I know that name somebody.
I don't know. But I agree, Tim. That is one of my biggest gripes with this coaching staff. We don't play the younger guys as much as we should in certain positions.
I mean, Rodney Garner play anybody on his team. Yeah. I mean, he'll put 15 guys out there. It don't matter if you're freshmen or seniors. If you're producing in practice, he'll play.
But that may be my biggest gripe. One of my biggest gripes with Banks in general. He will not play. We got a lot more talented guys back there.
Well, we feel we do anyway, but I mean, also we can't tell because we don't see them.
Get them some run, and they'll be late in games that don't matter. Still not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, our safeties, for instance, are getting more snaps than anybody on the team.
Have been for 3 years.
Yeah. So
that is
get some guys. I mean, we can be up 60-0. And all we got.
Last guys off the field is going to be them safeties.
Last guys off the field will be the safeties. And Banks is one who that's his position.
That's his great.
And we're about that bad at nickel. I mean, in nickel and corner. I mean, those guys are not rotating either. We got more talented guys. Gibson, Matthews, Conyers, Slaughter, John Slaughter. It took them forever to get Jordan Thomas out there.
Yeah.
We've got guys that are more talented than the ones out there.
Oh, they better be. We hope they are.
If they're not, we're in serious problem. Yeah. We got serious trouble.
But Bob, I tell you, I'm trying to be calm.
Right.
I wore my happy place shirt today.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I'm really, I may be sitting here, but I'm on a beach in the Caribbean. Or maybe I might be on out at Maui.
Right.
We'll probably give you a little preview of the Maui Classic. Tennessee basketball is starting to crank up. It's a huge week. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of opportunity in front of the Vols.
If you're down and out about the UT football road tomorrow night,
Then check out our video on the Maui Classic.
watch some basketball. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to pump us up too much, but I mean, I watch a lot of other podcasts of other people, experts and stuff. Man, I've heard a lot of people talk up this Tennessee basketball.
Nationally,
National guy.
this is getting a lot of run.
I heard even one guy who, he was just not a huge guy out there, but he was saying not only Tennessee's best team in the country, but he felt like, and this is not a Tennessee guy, he thought Tennessee's basketball team might be one of the best teams in the last 4 or 5 years.
Hope you're right.
Yeah. And then you had, I can't think of his name, the bald guy for ESPN. I'll think his name.
I see the face right now.
But he picked us to win it all.
Yeah.
This year. So we got a bunch of people finished Final Four. But anyway.
So we'll have a video
we'll talk
discussing
about
the Maui Classic, and we may have a video later this week kind of giving an overview possibly of our recruiting efforts. We had a ton of talent.
Big time talent.
24, 25
26,
class,
yeah.
26 class.
Bunch of 5 stars.
Yeah. So we might give a little update later in the week on that because, that's the lifeblood of the program.
It is. Well, I mean, one thing as we're closing this thing down, Kirby Smart said in the after game interview, the recipe for this is the players.
Oh, it is.
That's what it's all about. We got to get these big time players in here.
It's always been Jimmy's and Joe's over X's and O's.
It really is.
Now X's and O's counts a lot.
It does.
I mean, Heupel's showed that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only part of the recipe.
You can only scheme so long. You need some Jimmys and Joes to go with them.
On that note, guys, join us for the Maui Classic preview. And go Big Orange. Let's beat Vandy. It's last game of the year. Beat the hell out of them Commodores. And go Big Orange.
Go Vols.